The indeterminate form of the limits of exponential function can be expressed in this way. The limit of e raised to x minus 1 divided by x is equal to 1. Well, according to the graph, when you try to observe the left and right of e raised to x minus 1 divided by x, then the values of y approaches 1. Well, as x approaches 0 from the right, then the values of y keeps on approaching 1. And when the values of x approaches 0 from the left, y approaches 1 also. Therefore, the two-sided limit is 1. Take note that from e raised to x minus 1, if we let x be equal to 1, then this will become indeterminate. Therefore, it follows the indeterminate form. Now, magiging rule na ito. So, ang sabi, whenever you encounter e raised to x minus 1 over x, for as long as x approaches 0, then it means its equivalent is 1. Okay? Let's have the first example. Here, makikita natin na pwede natin i-factor out ang 2. No? Pwede natin ilabas ang 2. So that ang matitira is e raised to x minus 1. And according to the constant multiple rule, okay, ilalabas mo ang 2 at papalitan mo ngayon ito ng kanyang equivalent, which is 1. So, yan na siya. Okay? So, 2 times 1 will become 2. On the second example, ilalabas natin ang 1/5 kasi pwede i-detach natin ang 1/5 dito para mahiwalay ang e raised to x minus 1 over x. And in the constant multiple theorem or rule, ilalabas natin ang 1/5 at papalitan natin ito ng 1, okay, by substitution. Therefore, 1/5 times 1 is now 1/5. On the third example, 3 is here, so bring out 3, factor it out. Okay? Also, dahil kailangan natin magkaroon ng x sa numerator, kailangan natin i-divide ang magkabilaan or the numerator and denominator by x. Tulad ng nangyari dito. So that cancel dito, cancel dito. At ito ang kailangan natin. Now, in the division rule, the denominator will now become 1. Kasi magiging 1 na to, di ba? Kasi magiging ganito na siya. Limit of 3 as x approaches 0 divided by limit of e raised to x minus 1 over x as x approaches 0. So, 3 ito kasi constant rule and this will now become 1. Kaya ito naging 3. Also, pwede mo din gamitin ang rule of exponent wherein pagbaliktarin mo. Take note that pwede mong i-separate yan, diba? 3 times x over e raised to x minus 1. Okay? So, kapag erase mo sa negative 1 yan, so kapag erase mo ito sa negative 1, magiging e raised to x minus 1 siya over x. Okay? Erase mo ulit sa negative 1. Why? Raising this 1 into negative 1, x over e raised to x minus 1, erase mo sa negative 1, mag-multiply ka ulit ng negative 1. So that negative 1 times negative 1 is just 1. So wala siyang effect. In negative 1, i-share mo sa loob. Kaya magkakaroon ka ngayon ng yung form na inaasahan mo sana para direct substitution, di ba? We have e raised to x minus 1 over x. Ngayon, nandito pa ang raised to negative 1. And now, in the rule of limit, this will become 1. 1 na yan, di ba? Substitution. 1 raised to negative 1 is also equal to 1. Therefore, magiging 3 times negative 1 na lang siya. So, 3 times negative 1, 3 times negative, 3 times 1, that must be positive 1, is equal to 3. So, pinaliktad mo lang siya. Okay? So, katulad nito ang number 4. In number 4, nag-divide tayo ng x sa magkabilaan, numerator and denominator, so that ito ay magiging 1 na by direct substitution. Naging 1 yan. Kaya ito naging 3 times 1 na lang siya. Pero pwede din na ang gawin mo is ilabas mo ang negative 5 over 3. Tapos yung nasa loob na x over e raised to x minus 1, erase mo sa negative 1 times negative 1. Erase mo sa negative 1, So that magbabaliktad yan at magiging e raised to x minus 1 over x. And raise it again to negative 1. So, i-share mo tong negative 1 sa loob para magbumaliktad na siya. Kasi reciprocal lang naman ang ibig niya sabihin. Right? Negative 5 over 3. So, ito magiging 1 na by substitution kasi yun naman ang kanyang value. Right? In the rule of limit. Yun yung rule natin kanina. 1 raised to negative 1 is simply 1. Therefore, you can still arrive with negative 5 over 3. Well, that is another option, especially kung nalilito kayo sa bakit ka magdi-divide ng x, ganun. Nagdi-divide ka lang naman ng x dito kasi ang gusto mo mangyari ay gayahin mo yung rule. Nag-divide ka ng x dito at x here kasi ang gusto mo mangyari, you follow the rule kasi dito may over x. Okay? Para palitan mo na siya into 1. That's what happened in the denominator. Now, in general, the limit of the indeterminate form of the exponential function is defined by this rule. Okay, so wag kayong malito dito. Ang a raised to u minus 1 over u as u approaches 0. Ngayon dito, with respect to u na. Okay? Not x. Pero itong u na ito, ang ibig niya lang sabihin, expression siya. So kahit anong gamitin mo daw na u, basta kapareho niya yung nasa denominator na u din, at u approaches 0, tapos ang sagot mo lang daw is ln of a. So ano ang a na yan? Okay, ang a na yan ay yung base ng exponential. At tandaan natin na ang base ng exponential must be greater than 0, must not be 1. It is greater than 0 but not 1. Okay, let's have an example. So dito, makikita natin na kapag ang u ay ginawa mong x, so magiging kapareho sila, di ba? E raised to x tapos over x. Sabi ng rule, dapat pareho. U and u ay dapat pareho. Since pareho ang x and x ito, at minus 1 pa yan, and x approaches 0, automatic na naging 1 lang siya. Pero, galing siya sa ln of e. And remember that ln of e is 1, kaya automatic. Always equal to 1 na daw yun. Okay? It follows here, ln of e is, ln of a is ln of e. At ang base dito is e, kaya siya naging ln of e. So let's have the first example. Dito sa first example, kikita natin x and x pareho. And this is minus 1. Pag i-try mong i-substitute agad ang 0 dyan, 3 raised to 0 minus 1 is 1 minus 1. Indeterminate, right? So kukunin natin ang base which is 3 at palitan na ang ln ng a, ln of a where a is 3 as a base. So the answer is ln of 3. Just substitute it. Okay? Dito sa number 4, there is a negative sign here. So, ihiwalay mo yung negative 1. At ang natira dito ay 4x, 4 raised to x minus 1 over x. X and x in the denominator and x in the exponent of 4 ay pareho. So, pwede mo nang palitan yun agad ng ln of 4. Kukunin mo lang ang base nito. Okay? And the negative sign in a constant multiple rule, negative times ln of 4 will be negative ln of 4. Kasi weighting ang negative 1 at that case. Now here, on the other example, 7 raised to x minus 1 over x. 7. Okay? So, kunin mo lang yan. Ang giging ln of 7. Substitute mo lang yan as a. Now, in number 4, there is a negative sign here, meaning to say may negative 1. And there is 5 here, ihiwalay mo. Okay, bakit mo ihiwalay ang 5 dyan? Kasi ang exponent dito is just x. Hindi naman siya 5x. Therefore, nakahiwalay ang negative 1 over 5. Yung 6 raised to x minus 1, ihiwalay na. At tignan mo lang ang base, which is 6. Yun na yung ln of 6 dito. So, negative 1/5 times ln of 6 is negative ln of 6 over 5. So, you see, it is just by substitution, so automatic na yun. Now, on the fifth example, nakikita naman natin dito na may 2x. And there is 2x also here. Ang ibig sabihin nito, magkapareho na sila. 2x and 2x. So, no problem at all. Kasi yun naman ang sabi ng rule natin, u and u, where u is any expression. At ang gagawin na lang natin ay kukunin natin ang base which is e. Get e, so we have ln of e. And that is 1. Okay? Dito sa number 6 naman, 6x, and this is also 6x. And the base is 11. Now get the base which is 11, and you got it. ln of 11. No more problem at all kasi 6x and 6x are already the same. In number 7, x plus 3, x plus 3 as x approaches negative 3. Kapag sinubstitute mong negative 3 agad-agad, magiging 0 ang denominator, right? Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Tapos sa numerator naman, 9 raised to 3, negative 3 plus 3 will become 9 raised to 0, which is 1. So 1 minus 1 will become 0 also. So indeterminate siya. Ngayon, napansin natin na x plus 3 and x plus 3 are the same. Therefore, kukunin mo na lang ang base which is 9. So you have ln of 9. Tapos na yun, no? Ganun lang kabilis yun kasi wala naman ng naiiba. In number 8, you see this is 2x minus 4. Tapos ito 2x minus 4. Agad-agad. So kunin mo lang ang base which is 7. Ln of 7. Substitute mo lang yan sa ln of a. Now, in number 9, ito ang kakaiba kasi this is 5x, but this is 10x. Tandaan mo na ang 10x ay pwedeng magkaroon ng 2 times 5x. Itong 5x ang kailangan mo para gayahin niya yung 5x dito. Yun ang dahilan kaya humiwalay ang 1 half. Kasi 2 times 5 is 10. So, ihiwalay mo ang 2 in the denominator at magiging 1 half yung nakahiwalay na constant. Ito ay magiging ln of e na agad. Why? Because the base is e and the exponents and denominator are already the same. Therefore, 1 half times 1 will become 1 half. So the answer is 1 half. Now in number 10, so no problem kay number 10 kasi yan na siya. ln of 7. Kasi wala namang ibang iiwalay pa. Okay, there are also limit problems involving indeterminate where you need to assume necessary value. Nag-assume ka na necessary value kasi hindi niya daw nagaya yung exponent ng, diba, this one is 4x. Kailangan may 4 ito, tama? That is the time for you to assume values. That is the reason why you multiplied 4 over 4. Bakit ka mag-multiply ng 4 over 4? Kasi isa lang naman siyang equal sa 1. So, wala siyang epekto. So, ang 4 na ito sa denominator ay i-share mo sa denominator para magaya niya ito. Okay? Kasi 4x yung exponent ni 3, 4x din dapat ang denominator. So, itong 4 will become excess. So, ilabas mo na siya kaya ito nakalabas in a constant rule. Ito, papalitan mo na ng kanyang value which is ln of 3. Asaan galing ang 3? Yun yung base. That is 3. Okay? So, 4 times ln of 3 will now be 4 ln of 3. That's the final answer. Another, in number 12, ito 3x, tapos ito naman 4x. Ay may negative. Okay. Ano ang kailangan mo dito? Kailangan mo magkaroon ng 3x. Pero hindi mo pwedeng tanggalin ang 4 dito. That is the reason why nag-multiply ka ng 3 over 3 para itong 3 na ito ay i-share mo dito sa x kasi mo-multiply mo siya sa x. So this 4 ay nakaseparate na talaga yan. Okay? Now, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 over 4. Kasi yung 3 kanina, ni-share mo na dyan. Okay? So, nung sinare mo ang 3x, ang 3, ay nabuo na yung kailangan natin that 3x and 3x. Now, let a be equal to 7. So, we have ln of 7 times negative 3, and that is divided by 4. So, we have negative 3 ln of 7 over 4. Take note that in the factoring technique, negative 7 raised to 3x plus 1, pag iwalay mo yung negative sign, labas mo yan. So, we have positive 7 raised to 3x, and this must be minus 1. So that in the sharing of sign, or determining the final sign, negative times negative will become positive tulad ng nasa given. Okay? Now, on the 13th example, here, kailangan natin ng 7. Okay? We need 7 in this case. Now, kaya ka nag-multiply ng 7 over 7 dito para yung 7 sa numerator ay maisali mo na ngayon sa numerator. So, nung nilagay mo na yan sa numerator, ang mangyayari ngayon, is here. You now have 7x and 7x. Therefore, naka-raise na naman to sa negative 1, pero initially, si e raised to 7x minus 1 or x 7x over e raised to 7x minus 1 is initially raised to negative 1 times negative 1. Sinare mo negative 1 sa loob, kaya bumaliktad agad siya, reciprocal agad siya, no? Over 7x. So, nasa labas lang ang negative 1 kasi that is the correct way of expressing it kasi hindi pwede mawala ang negative 1 kasi hindi na sila pantay in the equation. Therefore, papalitan mo ito ngayon ng 1. So, nandun pa rin ang negative 1. So, raise to negative 1. So, the answer is 1 over 7. Ang over 7 na ito ay yung natira dito. Kasi yung from 7 over 7 na multiply mo kanina, numerator 7 napunta sa 7 sa x here. Denominator 7 will be separated as a constant at naging fraction siya. Yung 1 na yan ay yung pinanggalingan ng numerator kasi humiwalay na yung 7. Okay? Now, on the 14th example, here, you have 2x, but this is 5x. So, anong kailangan mo mangyari dito? Kailangan mo magkaroon ng 5x, right? Kaya, nag-multiply ka ng 5 over 5. So, itong 5 na to, shinare mo sa x, so you have 5x. Denominator 5 will be separated. Okay? Itong 2 na ito, nagaling kanina sa numerator, iiwalay mo din kasi hindi mo yun kailangan. Okay? So, ang 2/5 ay nakahiwalay na as a constant. Gagamitin mo constant multiple rule. So, ang 2/5, naghihintay lang sa transformation nito. So, this will just immediately be equal to 1. Pero initially, ang proseso niyan, si 5x over 3 raised to 5x minus 1 is initially raised to negative 1 times negative 1. And again, shared mo ang unang negative 1 here, kaya bumaliktad siya into 3 raised to 5x minus 1 over 5x. Tapos, naka-raise pa rin siya sa negative 1. Just to make it equal. Okay? Now, 1 raised to negative 1 is simply 1. So, 2/5 times 1, okay, times 2/5 times, sorry, that is not 1 because of this 3 here. Then it must be ln of 3. Okay, take note of that. We just substituted it ln of a, where a is equal to 3. So ln of 3 raised to negative 1. ln of 3 raised to negative 1 is equal to 1 over ln of 3. Okay? That is the negative integral exponent rule. So, reciprocal lang yan. That is the reason kaya ito naging ganyan. Okay? So, 2/5, 2 times 1 is 2, and 5 times ln of 3 is 5 ln of 3. So, the answer is 5 ln of 3. Now, in solving for exponential limits and indeterminate limits, we just need to recall or always remind yourself in solving na ang kailangan mong gawin dito, kailangan mong magkaroon ng same expression dun sa exponent ng a at saka yung nasa denominator u as the limit of or as u approaches 0. Itong u na ito, w, v, ganyan, ganyan. Kahit anong gamitin mong letters dito kasi with respect to u kasi ito, kaya u approaches 0. Pero kung x naman ang ginamit mo, with respect to x. Okay? And that is equal to ln of a. So, ang a na ito, kunin mo lang sa base. Okay? ln of a. So, yan na yung sagot. Thank you.